Okay viewers, another special treat for you. So we've been filming this 1984 Nissan Stanza 1.6 Jubilee for Sensible Secondhand Classics. And we've got some more Stanzas here. One of them, this 3-door, this I think is an 82, is the last 3-door Datsun or Nissan Stanza remaining in the country. Now I say Datsun or Nissan because if we look at the front it says Datsun, but if we walk round to the back it actually says Datsun Stanza by Nissan. So clearly they win like a sort of changeover period with these cars. Also the rear lights on this car are completely different from the Saloon and also from the 5-door hatchback. So we'll look in the boot of this first. This car's not been on the road since 1999. Originally it was supplied by a dealership in Crawley, hence the Brighton plate on this. And you can see the original colour here. They didn't actually paint the entire car, they just painted the outside of it. Same sort of size of the boot as the 5-door that we've been looking at. And someone's upgraded the stereo system in here as well with some I suppose those are late 80s audio line speakers. But there we go, original dealer plates. I think there'll be a fog light on here somewhere. No, they're integrated into there because I think you needed fog lights for any car sold in this country after 1981. So it's got the fog lights on it incorporated. It's also got the fancy wheels. The reason why it's sort of in here is because it doesn't run very well at the moment. It only runs for about 10 seconds, so you can't really start it and take it anywhere. And it's not an MOT since '99, so can't do it anyway. Seat covers are on here, but the interior is the same sort of colour as actually in the 1.6 Jubilee edition. There is the sort of colour it is. It's a bit faded by the sun, but this car was in a lock-up in London for a number of years. Somebody chose at some point not to have the original stereo because we can see we've got a little sort of lidded compartment where the other stereo would be. Apart from that, there's the very modern looking temperature control for it. Same sort of thing really as the other one. Just come around the other side in a sec. So same upgraded alloy wheels as the Jubilee edition because the wheels on the Jubilee edition were originally on this car. So they're actually not Jubilee edition wheels. They are presumably an optional extra for the GLs at the time. Again, you can see the original paint underneath here. So someone didn't do the best job because they didn't really sand that down. They just painted white straight over the top, which is really weird. I don't know why somebody would do that, but never mind. So different steering wheel, one says Datsun on it rather than Nissan, but everything else is the same. Even the variable intermittent wipe and the hazard light switch and everything. I think to get in the back, you pull this lever here. There we go. I'm not going to actually climb in the back today, viewers, because I've had enough of climbing in and out of the back of cars. There's a little lidded compartment there for some storage, and only 2 seats. Because this is an 82, you didn't actually need rear seatbelts in your car at the time. That wasn't a law until I think 1987. So yes, your kids just pulled in the back. Didn't matter how many of them there were. So if we now look at the Saloon, this is an even earlier one than an X. It's another 82, but it's an earlier 82, supplied by Wessex Motors, who were in Dorchester. That's right, sort of Bournemouth plate on it. Again, original dealer plates. The grills on these are different from the later one because that's the Jubilee edition and it's a Nissan rather than a Datsun. But the pièce de résistance on this Saloon, I'm not showing you the engines on either of these because they're exactly the same as the other car. The pièce de résistance is this. Look at this, viewers. This one's only a 4-speed, that one's a 5-speed, so I presume there was some different specification between the maybe the sort of different months, or even the fact that the 3-door had a 5-speed and this didn't. But this is either an option or you had to you had to sort of just deal with it. Only a 4-speed gearbox. So if I just actually take a seat in here, this red steering wheel, it feels like an American car like this. Oh, that's nice and comfortable, nice and soft. Wow, red interior. It's very, very, very red, and a red headlining as well. Crazy. And a very, very old looking stereo. These were actually introduced in Britain in January '82, so this being from the first half of the year, it's very close to launch specification indeed. Still got the chrome little window winders as well. There's no sort of chrome lining on the doors, little piping, but maybe that came a little bit later. But yeah, sort of fascinating little car. The back end of here, you can see this car's actually got separate fog lights on it, which is interesting. So the rear lights on all 3 cars are totally different. Just lift the boot up. Yeah, there's half an engine in here and all kinds of other exciting things, because this was bought as a parts car originally by its previous owner, who realised it was too good to break. There is surface rust and bits and pieces on these, but actually the sills are pretty intact. I'm not going to climb in the back of one of these because I know exactly what's going to happen as well. I climbed in the back of the 5-door and it was a bit cramped, so we'll just show what it was anyway. This car's actually got seat belts, and a fixed type. I don't know whether that means that it was optionally fitted with the seat belts in the back or not. And there's a rear armrest, so it's real luxury in here. Obviously, they wanted to see you towards the saloon version if you wanted the ultimate standard experience. With the red interior, it does remind me of something like, I don't know, one of those K cars that came out in America in the early 80s. Plymouth Reliant K and things like that. You know, it's just similar, maybe slightly smaller type of car, but definitely that sort of aesthetic, that kind of style and that sort of era. So there we are. Quite an enriching experience having a look at these 2 Stanzas. There will be an episode of Sensible Secondhand Classics, which you may or may not have seen already, that actually compares an 82 Datsun Stanza 1.6 GL hatchback with the 84 Nissan Stanza 1.6 GL Jubilee as well. So thank you ever so much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below. Also got reviews on Toyota there, those 2 Rovers, and the Nissan Stanza either to come, or actually you might have already seen on my channel. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.